Welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today for the always pleasant task of hiring new police officers to the best police department in the state of New Jersey, and to recognize existing police officers for acts of bravery and heroism in their line of duty. So this is a wonderful day for Woodbridge. Ladies and gentlemen that are related to these young men and women, this is the best police force. When I say it, I mean it, and it's proven. And those of you who have heard me say this over and over again many times during the course of the year, but we are independently evaluated by a national entity called the Committee for the Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies, CALEA. And they send every 3 years a different team out here for several days to look at every single aspect of this police department, every policy, every practice, every procedure, every piece of paper, everything they look at. And they interview people, and they see what the experiences are. And every single time they meet with us when it's all over and say we passed with flying colors, and they go further and say, you are literally one of the best police departments in the country. Now, I can't say country because I don't know any other police departments outside of New Jersey, excuse me, but I do know a lot in New Jersey, and I do talk to other mayors, and I talk to council people and state legislators, and we are literally recognized as the best police department in the state of New Jersey. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the director of this terrific police department, Joe Niski.
Good morning. We are very fortunate to have the mayor and council that we have. They supported promoting Lieutenant McMillan and Sergeant Casada on Tuesday evening, and hiring the officers we are swearing in today, and recognizing our officers for doing outstanding work. I'd like the new officers to stand up. To our new officers, please know how proud we are of your accomplishments thus far. We are very happy to have you as part of the Woodbridge Police Department. Your group in particular are no strangers to our department. Officer Della Sala's father, Thomas, is one of our sergeants. Officer Pardee brother, Vincent, is one of our police officers. Officer Rivera, for some reason, worked as a career firefighter at Ford's Fire Department prior to becoming a police officer. And Officer Caracio's father is a Woodbridge School District administrator. This is a very hard and dangerous job, but incredibly rewarding. Pay attention to the awards that the mayor and council are handing out to your colleagues. We have our Officer of the First Quarter. Serving as a police officer and a volunteer firefighter, he continues to be one of our most productive patrolmen. We have officers that needed to apply a tourniquet to stop the bleed on an elderly employee of Lowe's who suffered a severe laceration to his leg. And we have a detective and officers who spotted an elderly man in distress in the ShopRite parking lot and had to work quickly and collectively to acquire batteries for his LVAD. And lastly, continue to be the leaders, both countywide and statewide, in DWI enforcement. This is what our people do, and this is what you will do. We are here to teach and support you and to keep you safe. On behalf of the CLEO and the rank and file, we wish you all the best. Mayor.
Thank you, Director. The rest of the day is to my far right is our Business Administrator, Vito Simaluka. And gentlemen, if you never have to go to his office or meet him ever again, that's good. It's like going to the principal's office. You never want to go to the principal's office. You never want to go to the business administrator's office or the mayor's office. You'll see me around town, that's one thing. You don't want to ever be there officially. Joe mentioned CLEO, that means Chief Law Enforcement Officer. That is Brian Murphy, sitting between Vito and Joe. To my left here in the red is Sharon McAuliffe. She is the First Ward Councilwoman covering Woodbridge proper and Seawarren. She's dressed for work up at Not Just Bagels, so she's leaving here to make a few cinnamon raisins for me for lunch. To her right is Corey Spiller. He's Third Ward Councilman, current Council President covering Avenel and Port Reading. And behind me is Township Clerk John Mitch, who will be actually performing the swearing-in ceremonies. So first up, we have Officer Joseph Della Sala. Officer Della Sala, 23, is a lifelong resident of Woodbridge Township. He graduated from JFK Memorial High School and obtained a bachelor's degree in management from Rowan University. Officer Delasalo is formerly employed by Woodbridge Township, working in the Traffic Maintenance Division. His mother, Susan, works for the Woodbridge Township Board of Education, excuse me, and his father, Thomas, is a veteran police sergeant within the Woodbridge PD. Officer Delasalo is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy and will take up assignment in the Radio Patrol Division. Mr. Mitch.
So much. Raise your right hand.
Do you, Joseph Delasalo, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state and to the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, Don.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Officer Ryan Noel Rivera. Officer Ryan Rivera, 21, is a lifelong resident of Woodbridge Township. He's a graduate of JFK High School and currently enrolled in Middlesex College, where he has obtained an Associate of Applied Sciences degree in Fire Science. Officer Rivera was formerly employed as a paid firefighter with the Forest Fire Department and also served as an auxiliary police officer with the Woodbridge Township Police Department. Officer Rivera formerly volunteered with the Woodbridge Township Ambulance and Rescue Squad and is currently working to obtain his EMT certification. Officer Rivera is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy and will be assigned to the Radio Patrol Division. Mr. Mitch.
Raise your right hand.
Do you, Ryan Rivera, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state and to the authority of the people, and you will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Officer Joseph Mark Caraccio. Joseph Caraccio, 22, is a lifelong resident of Woodbridge Township. Officer Caraccio is a graduate of Colonia High School and is currently enrolled at Kean University, where he is working to obtain his degree in criminal justice. Officer Caraccio was formerly employed as a special law enforcement officer with the Woodbridge Township PD. His father, Stephen, mother, Joy, and sister, Leah, all work in the education system for the Woodbridge Township School District. Officer Caraccio is a graduate of Cape May County Police Academy and will be assigned to the Radio Patrol Division. Mr. Mitch.
Joe, you reach. That's right.
Do you, Joseph Caraccio, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, and to the authority of the people. You will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, pal.
Good luck, man. Officer Nicholas James Pardee. Officer Pardee, 28, is a lifelong resident of Woodbridge Township. He attended Woodbridge High School before obtaining his GED from the state of New Jersey. Officer Pardee was formerly employed as a utility mechanic for Weldon Materials and held that position since 2017. Officer Pardee's father, Vincent, is a retired corrections officer, and his brother, Vincent's a current Woodbridge Township police officer. Additionally, his mother, Judy, and sister, Gianna, both work for the Woodbridge Township School District. Officer Pardee is a graduate of the Cape May County Police Academy and is assigned to the Radio Patrol Division. Mr. Mitch.
Do you, Nicholas Pardee, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that you will bear faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people? You will faithfully, impartially, and justly enforce all the laws and perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
So if you've listened to the biographies, the four young men in this group have, I think, two important things in common. One is half their families work for the Board of Education in the school district. The other is they're all involved outside of being police officers with a history of public service in fire or with the police auxiliary or with first aid. And that is so very important because even though the fire districts are independent of the town, and the first aid districts are less independent and more coordinated with us, but still autonomous. It is so important that the police officers in town have that experience and have that training, because unlike fire and first aid, police are on the street. So when a call comes in, the first person on the scene is generally a police officer. And when that police officer has independent training in fire, rescue, and in first aid, it is so unbelievably important to the safety of this town and to the future well-being of the people that they're going to see. So I just think it's absolutely great that this class of officers is so dedicated to public service and has been. And I'm sure that did not hurt when they became police officers. So congratulations on a lifetime of public service. And you'll see today how many times police officers do get involved. First up, we have the police officer of the first quarter of 2025. I'd like to call up Police Officer Thomas Hendricks. And I'll read a section of his proclamation. During the first quarter of 2025, Officer Hendricks responded to 350 calls for service, conducted 112 special checks, stopped 94 motor vehicles, issued 11 police motor vehicle summonses for and arrested 10 defendants on violations of New Jersey criminal statutes. And whereas in addition to assigned patrol duties and responsibilities as member of the Radio Patrol Division, he serves as a volunteer firefighter with Island Fire Company Number 1, District 9, responding to emergency and fire events. And whereas Officer Hendricks responded to several high priority incidents, to include on January 3rd, 2025, the apprehension of one of 3 suspects that were breaking into the home of a Colonia in the Colonia section of town. And on March 25th, 2025, thwarted a burglary in progress at the Krauser store located on Amway Avenue in Woodbridge and properly arrested 2 juvenile suspects. This guy smells trouble. And he knows that's twice. He was within seconds or a minute or less of 2 major scenes where 2 major arrests were made. And we're very, very proud of the job he does. And hereby he's awarded the Police Officer of the Quarter, first quarter 2025. just want to make sure I make the offer, though I'm sure you're going to say no. Do you want to say anything?
Not today.
Not today. No problem. Thomas Hendricks. Now, this is a life-saving action award that I obviously wasn't involved in, but I got an email from somebody, a woman, that explained a situation that her husband went into, and I'll read it, but I read this and I got goosebumps because our police officers saved the life of somebody without ever touching them. Which you say, how can that possibly be? I'm about to tell you. On March 19, well, first of all, it's Detective Patrick Harris, Officer Philip Mulhern, and Officer William Schneider. On March 19, 2025, Detective Patrick Harris encountered an 85-year-old male in a ShopRite parking lot on St. George's Avenue in Woodbridge proper, undergoing a medical emergency. He was advised by the patient that he had an LVAD heart pump that pumps blood throughout the body, which operated on batteries that were rapidly losing power and which would cause the computer monitor to shut down, disconnecting power to the heart pump. Detective Harris engaged the male in a calming manner while contacting communications to dispatch the 2N patrol car to the patient's home to retrieve new batteries. Then Officers Schneider and Mulhern, assigned to 2N patrol, received the emergency dispatch, located the patient's home, retrieved 2 fully charged batteries, and raced to the ShopRite parking lot, where they engaged the patient to replace the LVAD heart pump batteries, accomplishing this emergency response within 5 minutes, thus saving the patient's life with, according to the attending cardiologist, only 1 minute to spare. 1 minute to spare. I'm getting goosebumps reading this. Before the heart pump would have discontinued operating. And whereas Harris, Schneider, and Mulhern, utilizing training and experience, assessed the medical situation and initiated extraordinary response that saved the life of the patient and are hereby recognized for life-saving actions as members of the Woodbridge Township Police Department. Doesn't get any better than this.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Next group. Officer, yours. Congratulations. Then next up, for life-saving actions, I'd like to call up Officer Francis Lee and Officer Laura Higgins. On May 9th, 2025, Officers Lee and Higgins were dispatched to the Lowe's Home Center on Woodbridge Center Drive in Woodbridge proper on the report of a medical emergency involving an employee with a serious leg injury. Officers Lee and Higgins were the first officers to arrive on the scene, where they located a 71-year-old male with a severe laceration to his leg, which was squirting blood despite attempts to stem the flow of blood from the injury. And whereas Officers Lee and Higgins, utilizing training and experience once again, recognized that the injury was potentially life-threatening and immediately engaged in emergency medical treatment through the application of 2 tourniquets and modular bandages to control the severe bleeding, which stabilized the patient for transport by responding Woodbridge Police Department EMS providers to the hospital for emergency medical treatment. And Laura Higgins has a lifetime of working and volunteering for the Colonia First Aid Squad and just has a great career there. Probably couldn't ask for a better person to be on the scene of this and the first one there. So I want to congratulate Officer Laura Higgins and Officer Francis Lee once again for saving the life. Someone is walking around Woodbridge Township right now because the Woodbridge Township Police Department was on the scene in time to save their lives. Congratulations.
Yes, no. What's customary? How long do we wait? Thank you. Congratulations.
Finally, I'd like to call up Officer Eddie Parfit, Sergeant Richard Yannick, and Investigator Adam Robatowski. Whereas Mothers Against Drunk Driving maintains the mission to end drunk driving, combat and prevent drug driving, offer support and counsel to the victims of the violent crime of drunk driving, and prevent underage drinking and driving, annually recognizing New Jersey police officers that go above and beyond the call of duty in the fight to prevent drunk and drug driving. And there's 3 different proclamations. Whereas Officer Parfit, a 5-year veteran of Woodbridge Township, Sergeant Richard Yannick, a 29-year veteran, and Investigator Adam Romatowski, an 8-year veteran, demonstrated a commitment to policing, public safety, and law enforcement through aggressive enforcement of New Jersey DUI statutes, which resulted in Parfit being recognized as a statewide leader for 23 DUI arrests, Yannick for 15 DUI arrests, and Romatowski for 22 DUI arrests during 2024. Hereby, Mothers Against Drunk Driving New Jersey recognize these officers for their dedication and commitment to DUI enforcement and highway traffic safety with their annual New Jersey Law Enforcement Award. Congratulations.
Ready?
Adam? And Rich.
Yes, sir.
Now, would either of you, Rich, want to say anything? You're a seasoned veteran. You can handle this.
I know I can.
Go ahead.
No, on behalf of all my coworkers, the police department, our police director, VA, mayor, council people, given the grants for the DWI through the town, it helps us greatly, and we can at least get out and do our jobs and get the people that could harm us and harm the community off the streets. And these 2 individuals next to me are amazing at what they do. They do it all the time, to the best of their ability, as well as everybody else in this department. And I know the new young guys coming on, they're going to be sitting up here one day doing the same. So, thank you for everything.
Ready? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we say it all the time that this is the best police force in the state of New Jersey, and the men and women of the Woodbridge Police Department go out and prove it every single day. So congratulations once again to the new recruits, no longer recruits, new police officers, and to our veteran police officers for life-saving and other actions that they've taken in the last 12 months. Congratulations. Now, we will take pictures right in front of this sign over here. We'd like to get everybody with their families, so be patient. Follow what Mr. Haggerty says, the communications director, John Haggerty, and his assistant, Megan Kushba, and we'll get through all these pictures. And thank you all once again for coming out.